All right, rebels. Welcome to the beginning of something different. This is Podcaster's Business Insider, the daily show where creators stop playing small and start building like business owners. Here, we don't chase downloads for vanity. We build systems, strategies, and shows that actually pay the bills. If you've ever felt stuck recording into the void, wondering if your podcast will ever grow into more than just a hobby, this is where the guesswork ends. Because you're not just a podcaster, you're a founder, a strategist, a builder. And together, we're going to turn your mic into a media empire. So buckle up, pod rebels. Clarity beats chaos, strategy beats hustle, and momentum beats perfection. Let's get into it. um, why isn't this? Today, we're going to be talking about 3 growth tools that will save you hours each week without stripping away your authenticity, plus 2 big stories in tech and podcasting that could change the way you work. So let's get into today's news. Today's article is Perplexity's bold Chrome bid. Perplexity offers to buy Chrome for billions, more than it's ever raised. So why does this matter? Even if it's a moonshot, this signals the growth ambition of AI first companies to challenge enriched tech giants. For podcasters, it's a reminder that distribution can come from unexpected players and create new distribution channels overnight. What this basically means is that we need to keep our eyes open for shifts in where audiences spend time online. If platforms change, your discovery strategy should as well. So we need to keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on in the world. For example, Perplexity. If this deal goes through, Perplexity is a giant when it's a pretty big company when it comes to AI. But this also speaks to a different this also means something different than just, yes, you need to know where your audience is and how it shifts from one place to another, what the potential shift is, keeping a pulse on your audience and where they're spending on time so you can be in front of them is huge. However, this AI first company is looking to buy a giant for billions. It's telling us, it's signaling to us that AI right now is scarily enough going to start to take over. Where this is going to lead, I don't know. I wish I knew. All I know is that if you're not utilizing AI in one way or another, you're going to be in a lot of trouble in the future. I'm not saying to take all your business strategies and dump it into AI and let AI run your business. I'm not saying to do that. Utilize AI the way it's supposed to be. It has made leaps and bounds. Here in Toronto, or in Canada, I think they're trying to pass legislation right now to ban certain AI outputs when it comes to certain video types on Instagram. Now, I enjoy watching it. It's a lot of fun. It's funny, and people, for some reason, get offended, whatever. It's just fun. You can't take everything serious. So the bottom line is you have to be able to integrate AI one way or another into your business. And if you want a bonus, use AI into trying to find where your audience spends most of their time online. Perplexity is one of those tools. Moving on. Comments on your podcast website. So this is from Podbean. Podbean adds listener comments to podcast websites. A direct engagement on your own website means you're not relying solely on social platforms for audience interaction. It also keeps the conversation and the data under your control. You guys should know my take on this. If you're not in control of your own data, and your platform changes, let's say you do 100% of your business on YouTube. YouTube changes their community rules, and it goes against everything that you're saying, whether it's to the left or the right or the center or wherever. It goes against what you are trying to put out. They'll ban you. They'll defund you. They'll ban you. Not just YouTube. I'm talking about just everybody else, like Facebook, Instagram, Meta, the entire Meta platform, whatever platform it is. If they defund you, if they knock you out, you lose all your connections. Sorry, I just thought I heard something ringing. Anyways, so let's say you built your business to 100,000 subscribers. And then that company decides where you have the 100,000. The company decides we're gonna change our company or our community portal and our rules and our regulations, and it goes completely against what your message is, and they ban you. Good luck trying to rebuild that 100K. That's why I keep thumping at you. Have your own website. You need your own website. You need your own email list. Without them, your community means nothing. This thing that Podbean is doing is fantastic because it's really putting out into the podcasting metasphere that your community should be your own. Ideally, you want it to be able to speak to your people on your terms. How do you do that? With your own website and your own email list. Even if Podbean decides to change their community rules and regulations, and they no longer accept, I don't know, basket weaving podcasts, and your podcast is about basket weaving, I'm done. You're done. So always remember, try to have your own website. May cost $1,000 to get the website up, but it's yours. Have your email list. It costs nothing, and it's yours. So now you have your people who go to your website, and you create a community that way. Your communication happens through your email list, and your offers and everything. Your business runs off of the email. Simple. It's very, very simple. Most people don't do that. And when communities around the world, around the internet, change their regulations, they lose everything. It's happened before. Not to me, But I have heard stories of other people who have lost thousands of dollars a month, some even tens of $1,000s a month, all because they were dependent on one social platform. Don't fall into that trap. It's good to be on the social platforms like YouTube because of the exposure and the tools that they give you to build your business, but don't be solely relying on one. Be dispersed. That's why we're working on getting this show on Rumble, is so that we can have a diverse kind of portfolio of what we're trying to attract. All right, so let's get into the theme of today's podcast episode. Well, live. It's a live. We're going to be talking about 3 tools that can save you hours and don't kill your voice. So, growth doesn't have to equal burnout. I'm slowly starting to experience burnout again with trying to wrap my head around what's going on with this pay structure, trying to get certain things to work with other things, with other applications. But what we're trying to build is a smart system so we can stop the hustle. You don't need to hustle. You just have to have a smart system that can negate that hustle. The second somebody does this, all this chain of events happen. You can have 50 chain of events happen just to get them from point A to point B. When you build that smart system, you build it once, which takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, but you build it once. And you never have to think about it again until you have to come back to it to revamp it with better systems. But that comes after. I'm talking like 6 months to a year, 6 months to even further than a year, 18 months. I would go even farther out to 18 months. Then I'd come back and relook at it. If it's working, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what you need to understand is just because it's not broken doesn't mean that it can't be better. But you shouldn't be looking at it up until the proper time. So we're also going to look at some tools that will amplify your voice, but not replace it. So let's get started. Repurpose.io. What it does. It auto-converts long-form audio clips, reels. It auto-converts long-form audio into clips, reels, and audiograms. This is great for stuff like YouTube, stuff like Instagram, stuff like TikTok, stuff like Facebook. A real-life example of content is Profit Podcast by Luis and Fonzie, who use repurpose.io to generate 5+ clips per episode, driving Instagram and LinkedIn growth. I showed you something similar with Hero Post, but Hero Post is more on the lines of scheduling these clips. Repurpose.io creates these clips for you. Like I can take this entire podcast, drop it into repurpose.io, and it'll pump out 5 clips for me that I can put on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever I want. Wherever Hero Post can push it. So it's a super fantastic tool. I haven't looked at it yet, but it is going to be a tool that I am going to be looking into. Why not? Trying to do that on your own is like trying to pull hair, because you have to get the clip, then you have to edit the clip, then you have to transcribe the clip, and then you have to rewatch the clip again. So you're watching the clip 5-6 times before you have it ready. This tool does it for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Fantastic tool. I put it in my browser so I can get it. And I am going to bookmark. And Bob's your uncle. So, next tool. I use this tool. It's one of my favorite tools, Otter AI. What Otter AI transcribes your audio in real time and making it easy to create show notes, quotes, and captions. Many solo podcasters use Otter AI to speed up content repurposing by pulling accurate quotes directly from transcripts. One second. Another really good thing that you can do with Otter AI is that once you have your transcription of your episode, you can dump it into ChatGPT. And for some reason, I don't know why this is happening, but ChatGPT is being like molasses when it comes to pushing out content. I don't know why, and it's driving me crazy right now. And I hope that they can fix this somehow soon. That it's you can make blog posts, you can make descriptions for YouTube, for wherever you're going to be pushing it. You can create I'm sorry, that's a little distracting. That was just a little too distracting. Where was I? Oh yeah, you can create like different text stuff that you can post on social media, marketing tools, posts for, like, remember what we talked about yesterday, where you should have a plan where you're scheduling your repurposing content to 12 years from now. You can do that. All you have to do is just pop in the transcript into ChatGPT, and it will come out with all the text content for you. But you need the transcript. That's where Otter AI comes in, and it's a super fantastic tool. I use it. I love it. Tool number 3, another fantastic tool that I use, MailerLite. What does it do? It's an email marketing automation made simple. You can build landing pages, sequences, and audio tags. You can create groups. You can create whatever you want in MailerLite. Buzzcast or Buzzsprout uses MailerLite to run automated welcome sequences for subscribers and course leads. I also use MailerLite. I use it for everything that is, if it's an email that I need to send out, I use MailerLite. I don't use anything else. I used to use Bravo, which used to be Sendinblue. It was a really good tool, but MailerLite gives you a little bit more with their free product than Bravo. I wasn't going to leave Bravo, but I mean, I can get more done with MailerLite, and it's a little bit easier to create stuff, create automations. Because remember, you don't want to sit there. Remember what we talked about at the beginning. This is about creating systems that you create once and it works forever. So you don't have to worry about it. When somebody sends you an email, you don't want to be sitting there and reading it. Or if somebody subscribes to your newsletter, you don't want to be able to Oh, I got this email address. I better send them the newsletter. No, 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 no. Set it up in MailerLite with a tag. Once they come into this group, send this email, welcome email. And then when you create your monthly or bi-weekly or weekly newsletters, just add the group to the newsletter so that when the time comes, it sends it out by itself. It makes emailing so much easier. So 3 things that I want you to integrate these tools this week. Record one quote-worthy moment from your next episode and clip it in repurpose.io. Transcribe your episode in Otter AI and use a pull quote in your social media post. And 3, create a welcome sequence in MailerLite with 3 emails: intro, value drop, CTA. Speaking of CTAs, yes, I'm watching The Office. If you want more episodes like this, plus exclusive tools, trends, and strategies for growing your podcast with purpose, subscribe to the Rebel Intel newsletter. Every other week, we deliver actionable insights straight to your inbox so you can stop guessing and start growing. Tomorrow is midweek mindset. Why your growth plateaus aren't failures, they're just feedback. So stay tuned for that, because this is another lesson that I kind of learned the hard way. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow.